Hey guys, this is Jimmy, and y'all know what I'm doing. If I'm out with a camera, I'm looking for hikers. I found a hiker, but it's a little unusual from everything y'all have ever seen me film for the last 4 years. I am not on the AT, as you can tell in the background. I am on the CDT, the Colorado Trail, which is part of the Continental Divide Trail. And I've got somebody here that's doing the Colorado Trail, and we're going to talk to him and get some information, and then his parents with him. Give me your name.
My name's Dustin.
Dustin, do you have a trail name?
Mountain Goat.
Can you tell me how you got that?
Love the 14er friends that I've hiked with for 14,000 foot mountains out here. They've seen me nearly fall, but they've never seen me once fall. So they're like, okay, we've never seen a mountain goat fall. You've been in close, but you've never touched the ground. So we're calling you a mountain goat, and based off how fast and speedy you hike.
Okay. When did you start the trail this year?
I started on Friday, June 19th from Waterton Canyon, which is just outside of Denver, Colorado. And I'm heading down to Durango, Colorado, so it's about 500 miles. Scheduled to be finished in another 13-ish days, so Tuesday, July 14th, I believe is the date that I'm shooting for.
Well, you're the first Colorado Divide Trail hiker I've ever interviewed, so congratulations on what you've done so far. Give me some kind of mileage. What are you comfortable with doing per day right now?
Most days I've been averaging 20, 23 miles per day since I left Denver. I've resupplied twice at this point. So I went 9 days into Twin Lakes, was my first resupply, and that was a short 12-mile day. Yesterday, coming down to where I'm at here, which is outside of Gunnison, Colorado, was a 5-6 mile day. Then went into town, resupplied, had shower, real food, real bed for the first time for the week, and then hitting the trail again here shortly, and we'll be out for another week, averaging about 20 miles a day again. And
how's your gear working?
Gear's working pretty good.
Heavy, 50 pounds.
50? Oh, 50 pounds.
50-pound packs.
You still carrying 50?
It's gotten down to probably 40, 45 at this point.
Wow. The Appalachian Trail, if you're at 30 or 32, you're heavy. And it's different because you carry more water here.
Didn't want to buy all that cheap stuff.
Yeah, that's cheap.
So for me, this is my first time ever backpacking.
Sure.
So I took gear I already had that was good for like a weekend kind of trip. It's definitely not efficient for a full long hike like this.
But you understand how well you're doing. Can you imagine how much easier it would be
how much more
if you knocked off 20 pounds?
Oh,
you're
definitely.
Right. Exactly. Now, what kind of food are you eating? What's your food?
I've been doing one freeze-dried meal a day, usually one of the Mountain House meals at night for supper.
Okay.
Just like I only have to boil water once a day.
Right.
And then after that, during the day, I'm having a lot of the Honey Stinger endurance, either gels, fruit snacks, waffles, Singing Hill Prairies Rome sticks from my cousin's farm out in Maine.
Okay.
Just little snacks like that throughout the day.
What's been the biggest obstacle out here for you? Have you had any snow?
This past Tuesday, leaving Cottonwood Pass.
Okay.
Got up that morning, it was dark clouds around, fairly cool out, and then for the next hour or so, there's a light sleet, snow, and 50-mile-an-hour winds pretty much the entire day.
Wow.
So that was a very mentally challenging day, just being up in the wind.
Wind.
Even though the skies cleared out within a couple hours of start,
Sure.
it is still windy the entire day, and being up over 12, 13,000 feet of elevation.
Are you ready to finish, or you're excited about the next few days, or what?
I figure the next day or two is going to be fairly easy. It's going to be more down the trees, flatter terrain. So it'll probably be a relatively boring hike today, and maybe tomorrow. But then they'll get up to San Luis Pass, which
Okay. Yeah, that's right there at Creed.
Yep. So not far from Creed, and while I'm up there, I'm planning to summit one of the 14,000-foot mountains, since I'm only be like a mile and a half from it.
Cool. Yeah, because the highest peak on the Colorado is 13,000 something right in that area, so you'll go up higher than.
That should be like a day or two later, just over 13,000. So I'll actually go up here in a couple of days, actually tomorrow, I believe, up to over 14,000 feet for one of the mountains. come back down and keep going. Then the whole section from Creed to Durango, I'm looking forward to that whole San Juan section for sure.
If somebody's watching this and they're thinking about coming out and doing the Colorado Trail, what would you say to them?
Definitely come out and do it. Get acclimated first, though. So the Colorado Trail has two options. You can either do the Collegiate West or the Collegiate East. I chose the West because it's going to be higher. It's going to have more passes, more scenic areas to go to, and I wanted to do it for the scenery.
Okay.
But if you go that way, be aware that there's fewer resupply points, and you're above tree line, and there's a lot more elevation gain. I think I read by going that route that you end up gaining 28,000 feet more of elevation gain over the course of the hike.
Okay. Now, when you get through, you getting ready to go to college, or where are you at in life?
So I'm 36.
Okay.
I have my degree. I've been working in IT for the last many years.
Okay.
And back in end of March, I got laid off because of COVID.
Okay.
And that's kind of what started off this whole thing with hiking. Was, you know, I read about the CT, I researched it, and thought I'd love to do it sometime. But the odds of having a job where I get 4 to 6 weeks off straight, that'll never happen.
So you're one of the few that the COVID's actually giving you an opportunity to do something you really like.
Exactly. So after it happened, when it first started, before I got laid off, I joked that too bad this didn't happen this summer, so I could go out and self-quarantine to the mountains.
Right.
2 weeks later, I get laid off from my job, and within 6-8 weeks later, I decided, you know what? I made this comment a couple months ago. Let's go do it.
Okay. Mountain Goat, when you get through and you go back and all, do you think this will inspire you to do more hiking than you had before?
So I've done a lot of hiking in the past, just day trips. This is my first time ever backpacking.
Okay.
I've done most of the Colorado 14ers. I'd like to finish them off. The last few years, I've gone more from hiking to trail running and ultra marathons.
Oh, okay.
So the whole idea of doing the Colorado Trail as well was just a matter of being able to get back out, slow down, walk, hike, take my time and enjoy things instead of just running past everything.
Okay. And you got some support. You've got your mother and your dad here.
My parents have been meeting me every weekend so far. So this is the second weekend they've met me to resupply. They'll bring food down for me down near Silverton, Colorado, towards the end next weekend, and then meet me in Durango a few days after that when I finish and
celebrate.
And
do you have a social media that in case somebody sees you here, they want to follow you? Do you do social media?
I'm on Facebook, but I don't really do much with it, and that's about it. So being an IT guy, it's actually odd that I'm away from that, but at the same time, though, I guess being IT, I also know all the downsides to it.
Okay. So. Do you have anybody you want to say hello to in case they ever see you on YouTube?
Love to say hi to all of my family between here in Colorado, back in Illinois, Parker Run Club, R&K Running and Walking, back in Parker, Colorado.
Okay, we got a car coming, and that always interferes with my interviews. But as soon as they get by, I'm going to try to get Mom and Dad over here. I'm going to get Mom and Dad over here and get to talking to them. And if you want to go ahead and start walking or get away, whatever, that's up to you. I mean, it's your hike, not mine. Oh, he's a marathon runner. Good. Okay, Mom and Dad, get in a little bit closer. And give me a little bit information about y'all.
I'm Diane.
I'm Denny. We're from Illinois originally.
Okay, and my battery says low, so I got very little bit of time left. Go ahead and tell me a little bit about y'all real quick.
Well, we've been vacationing in Colorado for many, many years, but you got Dustin into the mountains. We'd come out here on vacation and we'd hike 14ers. And when he, 6 years ago, he decided that 2 weeks a year wasn't enough in Colorado, so we moved out here. And of course, Mom's going to follow, so 4 years later, we move out here. So loving every day and glad he gets to do his hikes and his runs with his friends that he has.
And you told me you hiked a little bit of the Appalachian Trail.
Back in the 70s, the college buddies and I got loving the mountains, so we went, did a lot of the Appalachian Trail, especially through the Smokies.
That's famous section. Go ahead.
Mostly from one end of the Smoky Mountain National Park to the other.
That's good. That's 72 miles. of hiking. So congratulations on that.
So I guess he's enjoyed my love of the mountains and carried on with that. And he likes my enjoy a racing, and he's picked up some running. So he's
got all kind of abilities.
He
Yeah.
was supposed to try to qualify for the Leadville 100 this year by running 50 miles.
I was supposed to be doing a 50-mile trail run in Leadville, Colorado next month, or this month now, and then that got canceled because of COVID. So hopefully I'll be able to qualify a different way for the Leadville 100 next year, and also the Boston Marathon next year as well too.
Congratulations. Well, guys, I know my battery's about to die. I appreciate y'all taking the time and talking with me and getting it out there. I'll get it on my YouTube channel, let the people see what the Colorado Trail. I know I've said it 100 times in the last 2 weeks. I call it the Appalachian Trail because I'm so used to it. But I am on the Colorado Trail today, and it's a beautiful day.
It
And
is.
like I always like to say, guys, if you're having half as much as fun as we're having, you're having a great day. There's I believe. Bye-bye.